I cannot find the right curriculum. Or, I keep changing curriculums. If you've ever said that, I know how you feel. And that's why we're going to fix it for good. Not saying we're going to pick something that's going to take us forever. Not saying that we're going to pick something that we never have to change again, but we're going to take the overwhelm and the confusion and the hard work out of it. If you've switched curriculum more than once, you're not alone. Or if you felt like nothing is sticking, or I have no idea what to choose, I'm wasting money, or I'm constantly reacting to parent feedback, then this episode is for you. So many microschool founders feel like they're spinning their wheels. They're trying one curriculum after another, only to find that it doesn't fit. But here's the truth. You're not flaky. You're not failing. You just need clarity and a system. In this episode, I'll walk you through why this keeps happening and how to stop the curriculum chaos for good. Welcome, teacher, to the Let Your Light Shine podcast. If you're searching for the freedom and permission to design the life you love as a teacher, you're in the right place. I'm on a mission to help teachers just like you build their own dream school or homeschooling business. In this present day, the world needs you, teacher friend, to step out in faith and give students an education they love and so deserve. In this podcast, I will teach you how to start a fulfilling and profitable homeschooling business that lights you up. I'm Mackenzie Oliver, former elementary teacher and instructional coach, gone homeschool teacher and business builder. I'm here to empower you to step outside the classroom and choose the experiences, the curriculum, and all the moments that put a smile on your face and your students. Does it seem like a dream? Well, it did to me. Until God opened the doors and made it reality. Together, we are breaking through fears and moving the crowd. So get out your notebook, sharpen your pencil. It's time to get your teach on. Oh my goodness, we are just a few days away from May. Hallelujah. Or I know all the feelings are, or maybe you're sad, maybe you're glad. I don't know what you're feeling because I'm sure you're feeling a million reasons and ways that are just not even adjacent with how you typically feel. Maybe this time of the year you feel this way, but right now, oh my goodness, so many emotions. No matter if you haven't started your microschool yet or you're about to, there's just so many emotions that you're probably feeling. And then curriculum on top of it, I totally understand. In this episode, I want to share with you probably the real reason that you keep changing curriculum. And I don't think that it's just about you being indecisive. I also want to talk to you about how curriculum pressure shows up from parents, students, and your own insecurities. The other part that I want to talk about today is why curriculum might not match your teaching style and how to identify that mismatch quickly, like real quickly. And then the fourth thing that I want to do today is share tools that do work across multiple levels. I really want to prevent the curriculum burnout before it starts. I don't want you to wait until mid-year to quote unquote fix it. I've done that several times. You can prevent curriculum chaos by planning intentionally now. And I truthfully believe the reason why I was not very good at my curriculum choices early on is because I was doing it alone. Let's start at the top. Typically, the real reason we keep changing curriculum is, to be totally transparent, our kids are changing, and they're changing very fast. You will see this in your microschool setting because your classes are smaller, the relationships are more intentional and just different, and because you have the autonomy to change and to differentiate so much more smoothly, you will start to see the ins and outs of your students. And it is amazing. It is so fantastic and absolutely powerful. But at the same time, because you get to know them so well and you start to see all of their ins and their outs and their strengths and their weaknesses, you just constantly want to build off of their strengths in the areas that they are struggling in. Therefore, you may feel and you find yourself trying different things to differentiate all the time. It happens. And it's a beautiful thing, as I mentioned. But one of the reasons why we may keep switching is not only because our students are changing, but also because we are changing. We are changing as educators from what we have been accustomed and taught and trained to teach to now really going with the flow of our students. And let's say you even have a boxed program or you have a computer program. Let's pretend as if you have something super traditional that you're putting into your microschool. That doesn't mean that you're not going to change. It is really, really interesting how the planning takes place when you are no longer a part of a school system that is telling you what to teach, when to teach, how to teach it, and how to report it. So all of this creates such an ecosystem for transformation. So rather than even considering this about changing curriculum, although I'm going to keep using that term because I'm sure that's relatable, I think that we need to consider this transformation. That's what it is. It's like transforming curriculum. Instead of changing curriculum, we're transforming. Our students are transforming. We are transforming. Therefore, the curriculum has to transform. We go through a metamorphosis, so to speak. And I'm not advocating that we're just constantly changing throughout the year. We don't want to do that. We don't. Because every time you change, you've got to learn something new, but we need to adapt. That's the word, adapt. And how are we set up and prepared to adapt with our students as they grow and change, and we grow and change as educators through this experience? Because you will. Your experience of teaching is going to be so different than what it was in public or private school, even if that is a comfortable way for you to teach. The environment is different. So the real reason we all keep changing curriculum is because our students are changing, we are changing, the environment has changed, and we may think that what works at the beginning of the year is going to work in the middle of the year, the end of the year, and it doesn't. So therefore, we have to have systems in place to adapt. We do. I'm not saying that we're going to continue to change all of the time, but what can we keep that is consistent, and what can we change throughout the year to give that novelty and to give that way of adapting with students as they grow? So I want you to think of things that are consistent and things that are continually growing with your students. To all my teacher friends, parents, and visionary leaders, if you are listening to this, I know you are passionate about creating a micro school or a program, a homeschool hybrid that truly shines. But let's be totally honest. Building and growing a micro school or your own program or homeschool hybrid, it isn't easy. It's not for the faint of heart. Whether you're just getting started or looking to scale, there's so much to navigate. Legalities, marketing, finances, student enrollment, location, curriculum planning. That's exactly why I created Microschool Masterminds, a community where you don't have to figure it out all alone. Inside, you'll get step-by-step guidance to launch, grow, and sustain your microschool or homeschool hybrid, access to our exclusive training modules, resources, and live coaching, and a supportive network of educators who get it because they're building their own dream schools as well. You have this dream of creating an incredible opportunity for students, for teachers, and yourself. Maybe you're in the early stages, wondering, where do I even start? Or maybe you've already taken the leap, but now you're feeling overwhelmed with marketing, enrollment, all of the planning or the finances. You're not alone, and you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. That's why Microschool Masterminds is here to help you on a month-by-month basis. That's right, it's a month-by-month membership designed to give you the support, structure, and strategy you need to actually make progress. Each month, you'll get live group coaching calls so you can ask questions, get feedback, and gain clarity on your next steps. Step-by-step training modules on legal setup, marketing, enrollment, financial planning, school operations, a private community of passionate educators who get what you're building and are right there with you, a roadmap to keep you moving forward whether you're launching or growing your school, and new resources delivered to your teacher mailbox inside our Microschool Masterminds community that are brand new every single month. And again, the best part is it's a month-to-month membership, so you can join when you're ready and staying as long as you need. Or if you're all in, grab the yearly membership and get 2 months free. This is your time. Your vision deserves a real plan, and I want to help you every step of the way. Go to teachersletyourlightshine.com/masterminds to join us today. That's teachersletyourlightshine.com/masterminds. We can't wait to see you. Now, some curriculum pressure may show up from yourself as your own securities or students or parents. Parents might want, as you are going along, something that is more academic, or they may want something that is more flexible. And you may feel like it's just not working fast enough, or you're trying to build a brand new school and a custom curriculum from scratch without a guide. And here's the thing, you're not flaky. You're just trying to make it work. You're passionate, you care. But switching over and over becomes a symptom of deeper misalignment, not failure. So maybe you're switching because you feel the pressures from parents, or maybe the students are saying, this is boring, or I don't like it. Or parents are saying, I don't want anything that is too textbook, or we are craving something more rigorous, or we don't care about the grades and we don't care about if they're going to make the progress in case they go back to public school. You guys, we're going to get parents with all varying different opinions. That's why I truly believe that whatever you choose, that you fall in love with it or have a deep conviction, so that as you are working through any changes that you may experience or the curriculum that you choose, that you can set aside time to educate parents about your curriculum choice, and not just at the beginning of the year, but throughout the year, to keep everyone abreast. And this falls into the phrase that we've all heard. We're not going to fit everybody's needs. We're not a one-size-fits-all school. We're not. And a lot of parents may come in to your program either wanting to be so far away from that, or just not having the education or experience to understand that we are different than public and private school. So although you may not know your curriculum right now, I want you to have a deep security and conviction for the way that students are going to learn and collaborate in your school setting. I also believe that it's not a curriculum problem. We have many resources at our school, and amazing resources. We have amazing teachers, but I've seen two things happen that cause a little bit of a kink in the hose. One, the teachers are not familiar with how to teach the curriculum or that way. Or two, you don't have a system in place. Because if we have a clear plan, we can evaluate curriculum instead of emotionally reacting to it. And I definitely know, as we're trying to do all of the things, such as market and enroll and set up our website and get our Facebook page going and giving tours and talking to parents and collecting payments, we need to make sure that we are considering our curriculum. You're also setting up your location. I totally understand. That is why I believe this is one of the biggest components of our school setting, that we end up either emotionally reacting to it or we wait until the last minute. and it causes a lot of pain problems. So, with that being said, I am super deeply passionate about coming together with other like-minded teachers who have experience or parents who have this deep love for seeing their children learn differently. We need to come together to plan. We need to come together to share ideas and to share resources. And that's exactly what we're doing this month in Microschool Masterminds. We are coming together with a collaborative planning session for our curriculum in the upcoming years. Well, I say years. I mean, really this coming year, but hopefully it is something that you will fall in love with and be able to use consistently. It's not just about choosing curriculum. It's also about discovering a system, how to organize. I cannot wait to share my experiences with you about this. Oh my goodness. I've had some incredible wins, but I've also had some very painful losses. And it's one in which I'm still so grateful for each of them. Multi-age learning, as I had mentioned, is just so powerful, but you have to have the right lens. I don't want you writing different lesson plans for 8 kids. You're curating experiences and tools. Sometimes it's best to think of one subject, layered task, different access points, common goals. Let me repeat that. One subject, layered task, different access points, common goals. So let me give this as an example. Reading, cause and effect in your combined 2nd through 4th grade classroom. So your students are broken up into introductory, 2nd grade, developing 3rd grade, extending 4th grade. 2nd grade, they could read a leveled reader, which I definitely suggest that you get leveled readers. See if you can have teacher friends who no longer use them. Check in old retired bookstores. Check with old retired teachers. Not old. Sorry about that. I just mean retired. And their access point is very concrete. The teacher scaffolds by modeling and using sentence frames such as blank happened because blank. All right, now we're going into 3rd grade. You would use a mid-level chapter book rather than leveled readers, and possibly an excerpt to identify cause and effect and complete a guided graphic organizer. So this access point is guided, and you would use small group instruction to dig deeper with the specific vocabulary. And then maybe with 4th grade who are extending, they are reading a nonfiction article with partners or independently, and they are able to identify multiple causes and effects and write a short response. Their access point is independent. So they are going to show understanding with writing and using a rubric. So you've taught cause and effect, and you've split up the task in which students interact with this new knowledge in 3 different ways. You can also teach cause and effect by students rotating through 3 different centers, and you are the access point, plus they have an independent access point, plus they have a partner access point. So you have a guided reading teacher table. They have an independent reading table with graphic organizer, and then they could even do the 3rd rotation as an adaptive learning program. Let's say for math, it's place value and multi-digit operations. Students can strengthen their understanding of place value and operations, and they can use multi-digit numbers. So, for an example, 2nd grade, introductory, 3rd grade, developing, 4th grade, extending. Let's say for the 2nd graders, they're using base 10 blocks to build 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. Their access point is hands-on. It's a very visual, kinesthetic way to support with manipulatives. The 3rd graders solve 3-digit addition and subtraction problems using regrouping on paper. Their access point is paper-based, and they have a guided mini lesson and independent work packets. And your 4th graders who are extending, they have multi-step word problems involving, let's say, 4-digit numbers, and they have a real-world application. They could use journals to explain their strategy, and they could also have partner working activities. The system is that you have the same number talk warm-up. You have the same math tools available, such as like a place value chart, whiteboards, manipulatives, but you have different paths of thinking. The same objective is mastery of multi-digit understanding. Why this works in a multi-age microschool is that you have one subject, you're not juggling 3 different curriculum guides. You have layered tasks, each student works at the level they need without feeling left or bored. You have different access points, which allows you to differentiate. And then you have common goals where everyone's moving forward with purpose and shared learning language. Now with this, it's going to take more planning on the forefront, for sure. You can also use a plug and play system where you are the teaching table, they have an independent table, they have a partner table, and they have an adaptive learning program, and they are rotating through 4 different centers and they are ability grouped. That is my preferred model, but I wanted to give you some examples of other ones as well. I really believe that what actually works is station-based learning. I believe in subject checklists where the students have accountability and they can visually see what they have for the day and they can go at their own pace. I also believe in portfolio tracking. And I also really enjoy utilizing programs that adapt to students' levels. Consistency in what you teach and what students do independently, that's what actually works. We have to prioritize prevention and make it so much more grandiose than reaction. This is why the May planning session is going to matter, because it's not just a one-size-fits-all answer. It's a framework that helps you to stop second guessing. I want you to leave knowing exactly what works for each subject, how to organize your curriculum and your space, and how to prevent overwhelm before the school year begins. So, we need to stop the guesswork. You don't need to buy one more boxed set hoping it'll fix everything. You need clarity, a system, and plan. And that's exactly what we're doing this May inside Microschool Masterminds. So you can head over to teachersletyourlightshine.com/masterminds. Once you get inside, you are going to just be opening up a door to an amazing amount of resources and videos, all the way from time, money, curriculum, community building, marketing. There are 10 modules that you can go at your own pace. You don't have to start at module 1. You can start at module 5. You can just see, oh, I really need help with marketing. Let me watch this module. I need help with curriculum. Let me watch this module. I need help with time management and planning. Let me watch this module. You can also see our past recordings. You can see all of our monthly brand new resources we give you, and specifically for the month of May in your teacher mailbox in Microschool Masterminds, we will be giving you the videos and some checklists that we've been using that have been very helpful over the past couple of years, along with a planning workbook that's going to blow your mind and give you such clarity and purpose moving into the year. I cannot wait to collaborate with you. It's exactly what we need to be being able to do this great work together and sharing the minds and the experiences with one another that are truly making education so unique, so breathtakingly powerful, and one in which we get excited to wake up every morning and provide for our students. I can't wait to see you there. teachersletyourlightshine.com/masterminds. To all my teacher friends, parents, and visionary leaders, if you are listening to this, I know you are passionate about creating a micro school or a program, a homeschool hybrid that truly shines. But let's be totally honest. Building and growing a micro school or your own program or homeschool hybrid, it isn't easy. It's not for the faint of heart. Whether you're just getting started or looking to scale, there's so much to navigate. Legalities, marketing, finances, student enrollment, location, curriculum planning. That's exactly why I created Microschool Masterminds, a community where you don't have to figure it out all alone. Inside, you'll get step-by-step guidance to launch, grow, and sustain your microschool or homeschool hybrid, access to our exclusive training modules, resources, and live coaching, and a supportive network of educators who get it, because they're building their own dream schools as well. You have this dream of creating an incredible opportunity for students, for teachers, and yourself. Maybe you're in the early stages, wondering, where do I even start? Or maybe you've already taken the leap, but now you're feeling overwhelmed with marketing, enrollment, all of the planning or the finances. You're not alone, and you don't have to figure it out all by yourself. That's why Microschool Masterminds is here to help you on a month-by-month basis. That's right, it's a month-by-month membership designed to give you the support, structure, and strategy you need to actually make progress. Each month, you'll get live group coaching calls so you can ask questions, get feedback, and gain clarity on your next steps. Step-by-step training modules on legal setup, marketing, enrollment, financial planning, school operations, a private community of passionate educators who get what you're building and are right there with you, a roadmap to keep you moving forward whether you're launching or growing your school, and new resources delivered to your teacher mailbox inside our Microschool Masterminds community that are brand new every single month. And again, the best part is it's a month-to-month membership, so you can join when you're ready and stay as long as you need. Or if you're all in, grab the yearly membership and get 2 months free. This is your time. Your vision deserves a real plan, and I want to help you every step of the way. Go to teachersletyourlightshine.com/masterminds to join us today. That's teachersletyourlightshine.com/masterminds. We can't wait to see you.